been the type to follow trends, made a lot of ends. So hope till we got product in, clocking dividends. Living in a place of hate, I was moving state to state, reinsuring my Section 8 while they on Section 8. Told niggas, then I had showed niggas, you old niggas. Gave young and game, I mold niggas for show nigga, old nigga, new nigga. Who nigga can't see a baby picture of me is true nigga, a true spitter, motherfucking fool with it. Yeah, too vicious, you do features, rappers step all on you and you cool with it. From the era where you had to rap, I do that fool. In the era where songs matter, I could do that too.
Locked in, man. 30, locked in, too much dope.
Shit. What's good with it?
Spit round.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope boy Philly.
Right. Yeah.
Payne.
Always 50. I'm the third member, I ain't even know it.
Back in the building.
3 much dope.
Late night.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ain't got shit going on. It's Friday night. For all those that just chilling in the house, ain't got shit going on, ain't trying to run the cold streets.
Hey, listen.
We here. Currency. Tomorrow.
Ooh, shit,
Spitter.
baby.
Spitter.
Spill it.
It's too much dope.
Too much dope, man.
Shit. Too much dope. Tomorrow at the Soul Kitchen. Y'all know what it is?
It's about to be crazy.
It's one of them ones.
Y'all in the building, man. Tell me about it. What's good? Talk to me.
Hey, man.
What's
Everything, man. Too much dope and raw.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to touch that stage tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow will be one of them ones. I opened up for Spitter before, and I know that energy, how that should be. I don't know how they give it up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shit's
I
like.
got my boy with me this time, though. We gonna goddamn shit.
Right.
Yeah, they gonna be one of them ones, man. I ain't even finna cap with you.
Shit, about
One of them ones.
to be magic and wood
So
out
what
there.
I'm saying, what you know, this type of kiss about y'all, which y'all just kicking freestyle, what's going on, man?
Look, we gonna goddamn.
You ain't gotta speak about it, you don't want to.
Nah, so we man, we gonna go up there and perform damn near the whole Too Much Dope album.
Right.
Man, we gonna go up there and peel everybody cat. Like, it's gonna be to the point where, you know what I mean, motherfuckers gotta leave out the venue saying, man, we came to see Spitter, but them
Them
two
niggas?
fat boys right there,
Fat
like,
boy.
them right there.
Fat
Oh,
boys.
where's
Wow, that's
yeah,
that Philly shit.
we need
Boom.
them right there, you know what I mean? Like, that's you know. And
Man, one thing about it, man. If niggas ever tapped in, I know people tapped in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you ever tapped in to Brown on a show, y'all niggas already know how I get up. And I got my boy with me. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I got my boy with me this
And
time.
I like to think I put my best foot forward, you know what I'm saying, on the stage.
Man, this shit finna be. I can't. It's one of the ones.
What y'all, I know y'all be going to there trying to blaze each other too. Keep it a buck. Keep
man,
it
look,
100,
look,
man. You
I
gotta
just-
keep it 100 now.
Right.
Man,
Y'all
look.
going there trying to blaze each other.
I just told CJ, shout out CJ Foster was just here, and I was telling
Right.
him, I knew Dope trying to kick my ass on the song, man. Look, man.
Got to.
I'm,
Got to.
hey, this shit off the record, man. I just heard him just kick somebody's ass on the song. He just saw with somebody else, man.
That's what song it was, man.
Man, when you doing all that, man, kick somebody, man.
I ain't gonna say who it was.
Man,
But it's the thing, man, you know.
You ain't gonna be punching on me. I ain't your punching bag.
And we came up in that time where, you know, you get on the song with your folks, man, and everybody, man, what you got, everybody trying to figure out what you got, because you're writing and you keeping it to yourself. You trying to have the best verse.
So let me, okay.
That should make the song way
So
better.
you were born and raised in Philly.
Absolutely.
Born and raised in Philly, so
All my life.
like them ciphers was heavy.
And you gotta have the best verse, and you gotta go outside, and your old heads are sitting outside. You be like, yo, I said, and that's how I go. Boom, yo, listen to this.
Right.
Or nigga like, dope boy, let me hear something.
Right.
I said, hey yo, like you know how that shit used to go, like you know what I mean? Or you going to school, you get on the bus, you get on the train, and somebody be rapping, and you get that itch. You gotta go stand over there and listen.
Right.
And they start looking at you like you next. Yeah. All right, boom. Come on with. Like you know what I mean? Like you gotta have that best verse. You get in the studio. It's 3 or
Come
4.
on,
or
Murphy
5.
High School shit.
Yo, it's 3, 4, or 5.
Come
niggas.
on, Murphy High School shit.
Yo, man, I went to West Philly High School.
You know, we had the whole Murphy. Go ahead.
Man, shit, that's real. I went to Unity, I went to West, and that's how that shit used to be, man. You got 4 or 5 niggas in the studio. Everybody can't get on the song. Oh no, that ain't it. And we came up in that time where a nigga tell you, no, that ain't it, man. You gotta give me a different one. That ain't it, man. You can change that. That ain't, and you can't be offended because You want to get it better. You want to, I mean, like, that's the time we came up with.
Man, one
Niggas
thing
tell you
about
this
it,
shit is ass.
I always had that energy. I went to high school at Davidson, Williamson, and Martin Luther King High School in New York, and I carried that energy with me everywhere I went. Everywhere was goddamn. Hey man, they know Brown getting down, man. They like, man, what class he in? He like, he always in the damn cafeteria.
This nigga skipping to go battle. This nigga was skipping to go battle.
Hey man, I seen Tech. Hey, shout out to DJ Tech. I seen that nigga make a post about a year ago. That nigga was like, man, I know we went to school with Brown, but what class he was? That nigga was like, what the fuck he did? That nigga rapped. That's all that nigga. What the
Hey,
fuck?
skip the battle, nigga.
Hey man,
That shit's
that's how that energy was.
that especially back then. That's why I was like, cause I ain't never been to Philly.
Yeah.
But I know just being a fan of that shit, like,
But that shit felt good. Like,
them niggas be slugging.
man, that shit used to feel good to be in the hallway battling and the class bell ring, but everybody stay there crowded up to hear what you saying.
Right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then you
yeah.
get
They don't
your
even want
joint.
to walk off.
Man, until the teacher come outside and be like, all right, the teacher come outside, all right, that's enough. But she might stand there for a second and listen.
Might bob her head a few times too.
Yo, like,
Like,
you know
damn,
what I mean?
nigga, couldn't get your ass in the car. What the hell?
All that rap, I hope you know,
Hey,
I hope you know your books like that.
Hey, look,
all
I'm
that
gonna
kind of
tell y'all a real story, for real. Look, when I was younger, I was working at that car wash on Houston Street. I was working at Kenny shop when he first opened that motherfucker.
Shout out to kids.
Shout out to Kenny on Houston Street, man. I was working that motherfucker and I ain't wanna be at that shit. Man, you know what I'm saying? Man, look, real Trinity, he working shit out you, man. I ain't got time for that shit. But we goddamn working and shit. And B.I. got the goddamn BMW, the blue BMW.
Yeah.
We cleaning out this shit. I'm telling, I'm with the black man. I'm with Nick. So he like, I'm like, man, that's big shit. I'm like, man, nah, fuck big up in the damn battle. Right? He like, man, I got it. I'm like, all right, bet. Tell him I'll smoke him. Yeah. Man, they get big, like, man, Lil Ali, man, chill out, man. I'm like, yeah, we gonna goddamn do it, man. Big like, oh, come on, run it. We done finished the car. I'm out there fucking soap suds, just all fucked up. Goddamn, he like, you go first. I'm like, I rap my heart out. And they go like, everybody was like, damn, Lil Ali got to rap. He was like, oh, it's on me? Just like you and the blast brothers, everybody bust out laughing like, oh man, get the fuck out of here. They get that shit on me. Everybody like, man, get the fuck out of the way. Jump in the car, earthed all I was like, oh man, baby, the shit on me, man. They gonna play the show, rap my heart out. They go like 4 balls of goddamn Craig Mack, and everybody laughed at me. He goddamn straight up. That shit real.
The power of influence.
Power of
man.
influence.
Yeah.
Man, recipe B. I know one thing, man. That nigga Ali. Nephew. Oh man, ain't nobody. Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's what
gave
he
it
said
up.
when they love him.
Right. Oh, I love him.
Love him.
Oh, nephew, I love him.
That's what he said. I heard it.
That long little diamond.
All live down right, man. That was, damn, he was a motherfucker, boy.
1-on-1 for sure.
1-on-1 for sure, boy. I had some memory fucking with Diamond Eye, boy. God damn, boy.
Everybody got a diamond eye story.
Boy,
Right.
best entertainer that ever came through this
Oh
motherfucker.
yeah, Elvis, he put on a show. If it was 10 people or 10,000, he gonna get the same show.
Same show.
Oh,
You see Vicky say, goddamn.
Same show. What Vicky say?
You did that talent show at Maine. That's all I was there. I was there for that. Man, all the other shit ain't matter, man. Hey, rest in peace, Dirty E, man. Me and Dirty E get up that motherfucker and get down. I don't give a fuck what's going on.
Yeah,
rest in peace, my brother Dirty E.
Bad.
Dirty E, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man, I met Dirty E rap battle at Maine. T-Spike. Oh, I got something for you. I got somebody for you. Nigga got there. Nigga tall as hell with a big ass E chain. That nigga just got an E on his chain.
Yeah.
Man, listen. Rest in peace, big bro, man. He'll tell you, man, I got goddamn straight plate and cooking. But he was tough, and ever since then, he was fucking off. Like, goddamn.
Who was some of y'all? Who like? I remember when you back. You came across a little couple of niggas that's in they been doing anything. URLs.
Oh, one thing, yeah, when I was in New York, I battled T-Rex before.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Who you had battled though?
shit, I battled Reed in the barbershop. I battled
Reed. cooking.
Yeah, I battled Young Hot and the Sneaker Villa battles. I battled a lot of niggas, man. Like that was the thing. Like
That was
battling.
Now you got your rep on.
Man, let me tell you something, man. That shit back then, you might battle 3-4 times in a damn day.
And these is my folks too, by the way.
Right,
Like, you know what I mean? Young Hot is my man. Reed, I fuck with Reed. That's my so yeah, man.
I don't remember how that shit used to be back then. I know it was real heavy in Philly though. Like I used to hear stories. You feel what I'm saying? That shit used to be real heavy with that battle head.
Oh yeah,
Right.
let's go
What?
block to block.
What? That's where you have to get,
Niggas used to come to your block. Like, if a nigga came on your block and everybody came outside, it's on you.
Man, shout out to Money Mike, man.
Oh yeah, Money Mike.
Shout out to Money Mike.
Money Mike was a fool.
Man, he used to be the man. Boo, this nigga finna rap like Cam. I'm finna smoke this. As soon as niggas start rapping, niggas rapping like Cam. As soon as he smoke another nigga, they used to just stop him like.
All right, that's
I'm
enough.
Like, damn.
No mas.
Man,
No mas.
Look, I remember being in New York and I'd be talking to one of my partners, a nigga like Ralph. Shout out to Ralph. Ralph would be like, yeah, bro, you tough. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm probably the tough nigga out here. Like, man, I'm tough for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but you can't fuck with Money Mike. Yeah, I ain't said all that though. You know what I'm saying? I just said, goddamn, be my age, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Money Mike was like that.
So who's after though like top like artists that you really came up under at the young when you like, man, I'm fucking with this shit and this who influenced me like.
And just in general in rap, or in Philly specifically.
Maybe start
It's
off
probably
with
gonna be
Philly.
both. So what? You know.
Yeah, man. So my influences, man, of course, was like big. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in Philly, it was Siegel, and just that whole state property movement, man. Shit, man. Jay-Z, Nas. You know what I mean? Not to be cliche, but these was the guys at that time. You know what I mean? You know, we was listening to. In '98, it was DMX, and you know what I mean, all that kind of shit. You know, we was listening to rap, like, you know what I mean, and you know, and all the shit that we came up on too. Like, I grew up in a crib with two uncles that was, I guess about 15 between 12 to 18 years older than me. So, you know, I heard a lot of Rakim, I heard a lot of Kane, I heard a lot of G-Rap, I heard a lot of motherfucking, you know what I mean? Redman, I heard a lot of that, man. So yeah, Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? GZA, Liquid Swords, one of my favorite albums ever. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I had a lot of influences in music. And then, like I said, man, you got into the Seagulls, you got into the Spado was another nigga from Philly that was immaculate at the time. 99, 2000. Man, I could go on forever about, you know, in Philly we was Jay-Z people though. Like, we fuck with Hov. Yeah, we fuck with Hov, man. So
Hov always loved Philly. Always did.
I think it was just more so because he signed. Everybody
Once he signed, y'all niggas was like,
Yeah.
Everybody from Philly is on at Rock, so you gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how that
You
shit
gotta rock
went.
with
Yeah. And then he was signing niggas our age. You had niggas like Chris at the time and Leaf. He was our age. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, man.
who really making you push that pen, bro?
All the people I just named.
Son,
Like,
shit.
that more so. And honestly, man, the people that I would run into in the rap scene in Philly was making me push my pen because I had some cousins around me that was rapping and niggas would get off on you. Like, you know what I mean? We all be rapping and niggas, you know what I mean? Like my cousin Scorp, he had charisma, he got, you know what I mean? Wordplay. Brown heard him earlier rapping. I mean, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Benzino. I'm with my man Nick here. Nick is a part of HTP Enterprises Financial. And what Nick does is clean credit. Now, I know you guys heard about this credit thing from everybody before, but Nick really gets it done. Doesn't matter if it's bankruptcy, student loans, whatever's on it, he's gonna get it out, your credit, and you're gonna have a brand new start. Tell him about it, Nick.
Yes. Here at HTP, we're going to get all those negative accounts out your life. So give us a call. We'll take care of you. Like I said before, I'm going to take care of your credit like it's mine.
And believe me, if you know what I know, good credit is a must. So HTP Enterprises Financial, talk to Nick and tell him Benzino sent you.
You know what I mean? And niggas telling you your shit corny. Like, you know what I mean? You rapping and niggas telling you your shit corny make you push your pen.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
I'm
some
gonna go in the
real-
house and write something that these niggas can't see corny.
Look, I got one for you. Let me tell you something. When I moved back to New York, when I was like I left Williamson and I went back to New York. And when I went to New York, I'm fucking with Kelsey. She's like, "Hey, you still be rapping?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm rapping all my shit. This shit I'm kicking. You know what I'm saying? I'm younger, so I got like, well, you know what I'm saying? You're like, "Yeah, that shit ain't nothing." I'm like, "Nah, you gotta check this one out." Nah. Yeah, they gonna wipe you out here with that shit.
Cause I'm telling you straight up. Like you
I
hey,
needed that. I needed that.
I don't know who you in the rain with. You
Yeah, that shit. Every time I step down on Cuz, I'm kicking some shit. He like, "Yeah, all right. Until I got that shit right, man. He wasn't no yes man. I was like, "Yeah, that shit. Ain't give a fuck about your feelings, man. That shit ain't nothing."
He said, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that shit, man. Listen, that
Ain't
shit.
strong.
That shit ain't nothing.
That shit
Ain't nothing.
Oh shit.
In fact, I pinpoint both y'all. Y'all top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive? Man, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't really be liking top 5 dead or alive questions because
When did you get to that point?
recently, I got to
That be
recently.
the shit.
No, listen, this is
You be
real.
like, fuck it.
Recently, I got to the point where I don't like that question because it's like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
a preference thing.
it's a preference thing, man. And you be like, man, like here, like so. Me personally, I can never say nobody rap better than Biggie. Like I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck. That's number one out the gate. In your world, he number one out the gate.
Not because because of the shit Big was saying 25 years ago. The shit Big was saying,
Yeah.
a nigga ain't say nothing wilder than that yet. Like, you know what I mean?
I still listen to Big.
And homie died when he
Yeah.
was 24.
Yeah, I still listen.
So you gotta, like, nigga died when he was 24.
He was a youngin'.
Big and Pac. I still listen to them.
And the nigga said, I hope you creeps got receipts.
Yeah, I still
My peeps get dirty like cleats. Hit you in your wig, wrap you in your polo sheets.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Big go crazy.
It was cold.
Hey, Big go cold.
Man, that nigga
But I'm
shit-
gonna tell you how I be looking at that top list.
that shit wild, man.
Like, man, everybody, for the most part, like, if you were an 80s baby, you know what I'm saying, or early 90s baby, or you were just a true hip hop head, a lot of your 5 gonna be the same kind of shit.
Mhm.
Niggas gonna have Big, Pop,
Big,
J,
Pop,
Nas,
J,
Scarface,
Nas,
Eminem, Wayne. But so who your 5 is after that? Let's just say they goats. Let's just say they goats.
So you find
Don't
out that.
leave them out.
Leave all
Leave
of
them out.
Leave
Leave them out.
anybody that everybody
That's a
would
better
say
question.
out.
What's your 5?
Like you take out Jay, Nas, Pop, and you could throw Scarface in that shit. You could throw M in that shit. You could throw Wayne in that shit. Because they in.
I can give you a 5 out of it, but if I got to exclude them, I can give you a 5 out of that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Then now you can give a 5.
I
Now
can
this
give
would be
you
a good 5.
Yeah, that's a good
I
5.
say
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss, Siegel, Redman,
Busta Rhymes.
nah.
Ooh.
No
Who?
disrespect to Busta, but no. Jadakiss, Siegel, Redman.
See, I came up, you know what I'm saying? I would probably have Juvie in my next 5.
Yeah.
And you said, hold up, did you say we take a Scarface out or we can say
Take a
Scarface?
face
Take
out.
your face out.
Take
Take
your
a
face
face
out.
out.
Like,
Okay, got you.
Top, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfucking,
Your top 5.
Yeah,
Top 5
yeah,
out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
shit, man, DMX. Early, them first few albums, DMX though.
Yeah.
And shit, man. Man, see, just to narrow it down to 5 be so wild to me.
It is.
Because you love so much. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was just saying. Ghostface. Boom. There you go. My 5th is Ghostface.
Or,
My 5.
Ghostface.
My 5 without that 5.
yeah.
It'd be Andre 3000, Val, Kiss, Ross, and
Ross. Yeah.
I say Tip.
Yeah,
I like this guy. This guy was strong.
Yeah, I fuck with Ross. Yeah, just like I
Where's
exclude
yours?
the old niggas, I exclude the new niggas too.
What's yours?
I have Kiss. Kiss arguably.
All
the
this
first
is
one.
No J, no Big, no
No, I'm
Nas,
saying no
order.
order. That's what
No
I'm just
order.
saying.
No
It's just
order.
out- yeah.
Kiss, Kiss arguably could be in the first group, but
Yeah, he can.
I'm gonna say Kiss. I'm gonna say Judy. I'll go T.I.
T.I. with Ross.
I don't know, man. T.I. was here different, man, back in the shit, man.
Hey, but Ross,
I
don't
don't know.
listen
I
to
probably,
step.
got T.I. and Cap. And shit, just rapping. I would probably have to throw Redman in that shit too. And
Yeah.
at 5,
He sleep on Redman so bad.
at 5,
Yeah, man, be-
I have Currency performing live at Soul Kitchen tomorrow.
How about that?
Yeah, I fuck with Spitter, but I'm like Spitter in my top. Not even on no bullshit, but like you gotta
Yeah, I
calculate
know
how
you
much.
said- I know you focus.
You gotta
focus.
calculate how much you listen to some shit. It ain't no way you
That's
listen
how I
to some
judge
shit
my
so
shit.
much,
Yeah, that's how I judge
and you
my
don't
shit.
got that shit in your top 5.
Right.
I don't like when people put shit in their top 5 that they don't even listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you be like, yeah, I don't even gonna name nobody, but you just say somebody and be like, yeah,
Niggas
when the
gonna
last
say
time you listened to
Scarface,
that
they
shit?
can't tell you a Scarface
Right.
version.
Yeah, I ain't with that shit. I listen to Currency too much.
You ask a nigga,
I
yo
was
man,
crazy.
spit your favorite Scarface verse. I bet you niggas be saying.
And my shit'll be Kiss in my top 5, so I can't. Styles.
Kiss and Styles in your top 5?
No.
Oh,
yeah. Come on.
No.
We came on today.
Nah. Kiss in my top 5. Styles, Fab, Ross, Juvie.
Yeah,
Styles,
BG.
Fab, Raw, Junior.
Yeah. In my top 5, like that's who I keep. Like them right there would be follow up in my playlist with like a Nas, Jay, Pop, Biggie. You feel what I'm saying? And the fifth spot would be Boston around with. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, there's so
Kids,
much-
New shit. What you got?
Scarface.
Who are your new shit? What,
New
not
shit?
even no top. Just what new shit you listen to.
New shit.
Not they ain't just gotta be like new like shit last week. New. I'm just saying
Like a new artist or
that.
new
Yeah,
album?
yeah, a new artist.
New artists.
Yeah,
Top 5 new artists?
not top 5. Just
Just
what
new
you
artists.
listening to? Yeah,
What I'm
what's-
listening to
what's
right
new?
now, I'm listening to Gunna new album. I listen to Larry June.
Back in the day, they thug.
I'm listening to I'm listening to a lot of Moneybagg Yo,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to one more. I'm listening to a lot of Lil Baby.
Right.
Okay. Man, I've been on Griselda, you know, like my favorite out of new niggas, my favorite rapper is probably Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? You know, Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher. Man, I got Pusha T like in my motherfucking. I hold Pusha T in very high regard when it come to rapping.
Yeah.
Cause that nigga like, you know what I mean? So that, and Pusha ain't new of course, but you know, that's one of the dudes that don't get the respect he deserve. I feel like when it comes to pens being pushed. Pusha T, Freddie Gibbs, who else I said? Currency, Benny the Butcher, you know what I'm saying? Conway, you know, there's some people out there, man.
What about Common?
Who?
Common Sense?
Common.
Yeah, Common.
Yeah, Common, but that's, you know, that ain't the 90s shit.
Yeah, that's nice.
But Common cold, man.
Common
Bomb
cold.
with that freestyle.
Yeah, Common, man,
bro.
listen, Common did that LA Leakers freestyle, and I called this nigga Brown phone, and I said, man, listen, for 8 minutes, just, I knew it was going to get dark when that nigga said, Peace to the guys at Earth. My name is Common Sense. I just came to rap.
Yeah, he can.
I said, oh, it's over.
Yeah, he just went
And
crazy.
then the group home beat dropped.
Alright, let me ask you a
Man.
question. Let me, like both of y'all, like, what do you think? Cause once upon a time, like you know that ran hip hop, ball heavy, coming in. You feel what I'm saying? Like what happened? Like what's your opinion? So like what happened? Like for it to just get
I think, and
to where now it's just more about
I think what happened is people got caught up in the, and there's no disrespect to anybody's music, but people got caught up in the movement of like Cash Money and motherfucking No Limit, because everything was about bling bling and ice, and you know what I mean? Everything shifted to that way, and I mean, I guess you could say it started with the shiny suits and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people got so caught up and swept away with all the wrong shit. You know what I mean? To, you know, and hip hop always been sample based, but niggas stopped chopping the samples and just started redoing the whole shit. Man, I remember when them niggas like Blinky Blink and them niggas was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know what I mean? I feel like that's
I think it's go ahead.
I think like for just being around pushing music at that time and even fucking with a lot of DJs with me early in my career, like I used to take early opinions from a lot of DJs, you know what I'm saying, just to hear what they say. I don't fucking with it's good or bad. But a lot of them was pushing the agenda of, man, dumb it down, make it simple, dumb it down.
Rap about cars.
Right, when you push that dumb it down shit gets, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That mean to bring that shit here, you gotta dumb it down. So
Right.
well, if you brought some dumb down shit, it got in there.
Yeah.
And after a while, shit,
What you
that
think?
shit go to that shit.
Had to
What,
be
what,
on.
what you
This
think
is why
caused
I'm
it? Like
Me,
shit.
to me, what caused it, more money got into rap.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't really about the money. It was about just getting heard,
How dope you is.
how dope you was.
Yeah.
They were really into their craft. Now,
Yeah.
once the money got in, they started moving what the money was. What was the money moving to? Like, oh, y'all on that bling shit? Well, we finna rap about this bling shit. Because this where the check at. So, to me personally, that's what they shifted when the money got in.
This is what I always said. I've been saying this for a minute. I feel like when that the recession in our time, remember like right before Obama came in,
Like 2006, 2005.
right? The economy was real fucked up. People started losing jobs. A lot of men started losing jobs and shit. A lot of people was coming to prison and everything. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Around in that gap. So that was a shift. Men going to prison, getting killed. It was a lot. If you play back what was going on in that time. The recession kicked in. Remember everything. This shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You be riding down the street, you might see a sign. You think it's dry now, all type of shit. Shit was whacked out. Okay. Boom. That was the effect. Now the women taking over the house. So who was the ones that was pushing that? The strippers.
Right.
The strippers.
Right.
They was bringing in the money at that time. Because the NBA players, the football players,
Right.
the rappers that was already established, that didn't have
The strip club definitely.
the strip club, the strippers, they was
Early
killing it
years.
during the recession.
But since you said that, here's the flip. You see that bar heavy is reversing now because of the pandemic. It's been a pandemic.
Right.
Yeah, because people
You
can't
ain't
go out.
going to, you ain't going to the club. You ain't going to strip club no more. So
Right.
the bar heavy came back because at the point I'm at the house now. I can't do nothing
Yeah,
but
I
this.
can see that. Yeah, I can see
So
that.
that's why it's kind of flipping back.
Yeah, like that's
So,
what I see that when it
pandemic.
flipped from the bar to because now the DJs is like
Now the
you know,
pandemic is kind of pushing the bar
so
back.
now
in.
like people back
Yeah.
paying attention.
Listening to rap.
What's going on? People more conscious now. People is
Yeah.
getting back.
That's why one of my favorite
You
movies
know,
is Brown Sugar,
You feel
man.
me?
Yeah.
You
What's
remember,
up?
I said one of my favorite movies is Brown Sugar, man, because that shit, they caught that shit visually perfectly. Like right when you had the dude that was most deaf, the cab driver, and then you know what I mean, he go to check out this artist, but then it come the hip hop Dalmatians with the black and white fur coats with the gimmick and we in the
That's what they were
groove,
trying to
man.
push.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
That shit was
you
reality.
can do the girl is mine and call it that hoe is mine, and then they're sitting there singing that hoe is mine,
Yeah,
like, and that's literally what happened to rap.
Basically.
That's literally
Yeah,
what happened.
Like, cause you gotta think about it, like, well, nobody making shit. It was fucked up. So the money. So that's where like certain artists started catching on. You gotta come with that hit, ringtone.
But then they frowned upon, because even in that movie, remember when they frowned upon the boom bap shit? They frowned upon the hip hop, because when he said, man, you want to keep it real, you go to raw, because we keep it profitable.
Looking to remodel? Holland's Painting and Construction can create the perfect living space, specializing in high-quality painting, resin countertops, room add-ons, and carpentry.
Call Holland's Painting and Construction. 25 years of quality service you can trust.
Meanwhile, niggas like Black Star was dropping, Talib and Most Def and them was, Most Def dropped Black on Both Sides, like that kind of shit was dropping.
Recession, niggas was pop, niggas was poop out.
Man.
Whatever the fuck was bringing in $1, niggas.
And listen, and to speak on the recession, speaking of the recession, when Jeezy dropped that, when Jeezy dropped that recession album, man, that nigga was rapping on that joint.
He was rapping.
When he dropped that,
Perfect time.
when he dropped that Trap or Die 2 mixtape, remember, because that was around that time too. That nigga was rapping on that
They
joint.
slept on that tape. They take hard.
Man, them niggas was rapping
And
because when shit get dark,
And
that's
the
what
file
the
I
niggas
just
go back
said,
to.
Jeezy will be next.
That's where they go back. When
Like
niggas-
I listened to like when I first heard it, I was like, damn, this nigga, what the fuck?
When times
Y'all
get
niggas
hard,
coming to prison rapping that nigga shit.
That's why
Nigga,
that's why
he
whole
said that nigga was coming that whole rapping the whole, I had that nigga rapping the whole gangster period with that bitch. We hooking up a big boy burrito, nigga hit that shit, nigga. What Jeezy said, nigga? Like for real.
That's exactly why whole 444 hit like that. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
times get hard, niggas got less patience for bullshit. When times get hard and the money slow up, niggas got less patience. When niggas got a whole bunch of money out here, niggas want to hear party shit because they happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got some money to spend.
Yeah.
They want a song they can floss to. You know what I mean? When shit wicked and I ain't got no bread, this is a recession. Everybody broke. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Shit real.
Real.
Man,
That's
shit
why a
real.
lot of people like why Cole and Kendra ain't supposed to shoot the fool. She was talking about that an album early.
Right.
Like Remember Butterfly, we talk about now, right now.
That shit was
Butterfly was so hard.
that shit was-
Uncle Butterfly was hard. Kendrick was on there
When that
rapping.
shit when he put that shit together, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Cole was,
So that-
Cole was
okay,
rapping
okay,
on his
No
last
cap,
shit.
no
Okay.
cap. Kendra my favorite rapper. Like
I could dig
Cole
it.
was rapping on his last album that just dropped.
What?
That
he
nigga Cole rapping.
He rap.
And Cole raps,
Yeah, Cole rap.
Yeah.
but he was
Yeah,
rapping.
he rapping, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
rapping.
rapping.
Man,
Right there.
rapping.
He was cutting up. He was cutting up. So
That's just like when he dropped Born Simple. It was perfect time.
Right.
At that time it was dark.
God.
It was a lot of stuff going on. Born Simple is my favorite Cole album. Anyway, but the time he dropped it, it hit because people was on that at that time.
Remember I talked to you about that Takao album? And I was
Yeah.
like, man, Takao was cool, but it wasn't my shit because it was just too dark for me.
dark, baby. It was dead.
And you was like, but damn, it was dark
It
back
was
then.
dark, baby. Like, it was dark back then, baby. Man, it was a dark era, baby. Cow.
That's hard.
For real, man. Hey, that's what it was. That's what at the time, like
With no drugs.
that's what it was.
It was when he was
Shut
drunk.
him off.
That's what it was, man.
He said, "That's what he
Huh?
was
That's
asking."
just different.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It was just different eras of time.
You know what I mean?
It's just like when
You know?
it's time with everything. It's just like when Nelly and them was popping.
and I cannot like listen.
Right.
I see it. You feel what I'm saying? I cannot with a, because sometimes I witness every stage of this shit, so I can see. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I remember that shit. Like, shit. AC, look, niggas was
on it, yeah.
niggas was on it. You feel what I'm
And
saying?
you know what else went wrong, man? Since you got me thinking about the shit.
Oh shit.
What else went wrong was people started only supporting one thing. So all the rappers felt like in order to get that love and support, they had to do the one thing.
Well, that's the bottom, not to cut you worse, that's the bottleneck effect that Pete was talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they holding the chicken up, you know, for a specific thing. You know, and everybody chasing chicken that way.
Yeah.
And they closed the, you know, the gap.
Yeah. So now when they was coming out with the In My White Tee and all that kind of shit, everybody, and now you got an effect where you don't know who is from what region or what city, because everybody sound like a nigga in Philly might sound like Young Thug. A nigga in New York might sound like Lil Baby.
I mean, you know.
A nigga in LA might sound like.
Yeah.
But that was almost bound to happen.
Yeah, you seen it coming.
But don't nobody want to be standalone no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
And the downside to it is you get situations where the only thing niggas say is, man, yeah, I listen to Griselda. That's the only thing niggas talk like, right. Man, I don't be fucking with these, man. I fuck with Griselda though.
Them niggas in New York drilling, baby.
The Griselda,
They got the little dance.
And here's another thing. And this the effect that shit had on the city. This the effect that shit got on the city of New York, right? All of upstate New York sound like Griselda. All of New York City sound like Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Unless they sound like Atlanta.
Yeah. And people don't understand.
But the ones that's like undercover, you could hear the difference.
Yeah.
But the ones they pushing.
But they nice. But niggas is nice, so they don't have to be like and people, somebody need to tell them, no. Listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, you don't have to sound like a nigga down south. And there's nothing wrong with south. There's nothing wrong with
trying to get the bread.
And that's
they want that chicken.
But that's the fucked up part.
Young niggas
The only
want
way
that chicken.
The only way to get the paper is to sound like
you
somebody.
gotta show them young niggas how to get the chicken.
So what's the difference between?
You gotta go out there and show. That's what I'm saying.
Man,
Like, that shit
like at the end of the day, I still feel like that shit driven by, like, I don't know, the radio, the powers that be, whatever it is, because like
they putting it out there.
That's what they want, and you trying to give them what they want.
Yeah,
and when you trying to give them what they want, what you shit?
So what's the difference between?
They don't want that.
Right. So what's the difference between? Right. What's the difference between a rapper from one place sounding exactly like, you follow me? What's the difference between a rapper from one place sounding exactly like some other niggas from other regions just for some money, and somebody that we might call, you know what I'm saying?
I do what I'm saying.
Over time or some shit like that.
I agree with you.
Know, I don't.
But like on their end, looking at it,
or the person at your
they
job,
thinking like the quickest. You feel what I'm saying?
Or the person
at
at your job that might be.
They trying to get on.
All right, the person at your job that he just kissing the boss ass to do such and such. What's the difference?
But
in
see,
that?
I think that's just in certain cases. Like growing up, like what if you just only listen to the radio? That's all you know.
That's all you know, right?
Like everybody don't have it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just, you know what I'm saying? But they just grow to like it because that's what's getting pushed on them. Man, when ringtone shit was popping, I ain't even gonna cap. Y'all niggas might think I'm crazy, but I thought that shit was it. I didn't know it was other shit that niggas was like. I didn't know it was Wiz Khalifa. And I had to get put on to that shit because all I heard, like being on the road with Rich, like you don't hear none of that shit, man. That shit is Gorilla Zone. That shit has got their Rich. That shit was got their Chop. That shit was got their took that thing up, but that's all that shit. It was ringtone stuff, and I was like, damn.
That ringtone shit, because it was a hit, it was guaranteed to get some bread.
What's going on when you cut on your
guaranteed
radio?
to get some bread. Niggas got fucked up.
That was the beginning of the 360 deal before it even happened.
Niggas is fucked up.
What would happen is,
and there was no money out here.
What would happen is they would sign you for a single deal.
Man, there was no moolah. They know niggas was gonna take the deal.
Then let me get some of your show money on the back end and your merchandise money.
Yeah, because they creating Steve Stout credited for that type of activity because he gave the Sprite commercials to the rappers.
They knew that shit, man.
Yeah, and once that started happening, they saw that was an avenue. We can go outside of the record sales and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I heard Wiz say that shit the other day. He was like, man, when we kicked that shit off, we had the ups. The record company, when we kicked off that shit,
Yeah.
we had the ups. Because they didn't know how to contain what we was doing. So we had the ups at that time. But if you didn't know about that shit, you didn't know about that shit. Because what they was pushing to you was party like a rock star.
Yeah.
That's what's on your TV. That's what's on your radio. That's what your free and ringtone is. So if you ain't outside of that, you don't know what's outside of that. You just goddamn, you on that shit. You on goddamn Young Berg and you on shit.
That's the
what you
gap.
want.
That's when I peeped it.
So when you
Because,
come
like,
up in that shit, what you gonna make, man? What you gonna
because that go back like for me to
that was the internet era.
for me to hear some good music like during that gap, like keep in mind,
Right.
I'm in the beat. So hip hop is the only thing, music is the only thing. So I'm locked into the radio. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all you're hearing. In order for me to really hear some good music, I gotta hear Nick and Knight. I gotta hear Roski. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta hear E, Dan. You feel what I'm saying? Shouts out to all the boys. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you didn't have a DJ that come in a session
Right.
to bless you with certain stuff,
Yeah.
But a lot.
if you didn't have a DJ to come like,
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Though. A lot of DJs didn't have that power.
didn't have
You
that power.
go, yeah, alright. You think you goddamn Roski, you can play some shit that's outside the mix, your ass gonna be goddamn. Yeah, I used to work for a radio station.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, it was like every city had that one DJ you had to go to.
Yeah, that was like even up
Yeah,
top, like
one DJ.
Okay, that goes a question. You coming from up top, down here, dealing with the flow, going through that change right there.
Right.
What space you was at right there?
Like man, that shit was of course that shit is like a gift and a curse, but the goddamn the curse ain't really no curse for real. Like you know what I'm saying? Of course niggas be like, man, oh man, you want some New York shit, you ain't trying to hear that New York and shit like that, but that ain't about nothing. But in the midst of that, I got to grow into another sound that I wouldn't have been into. Not saying I would have been into it, but you know what I'm saying? That shit opened doors to a lot of shit. Like when I was in New York and I moved down here, I got introduced to fucking 8Ball and MJG. UGK. They didn't play that shit no place in New York when we was up there, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had to come across that shit, and that shit was goddamn, that shit is so healthy to a nigga, what a nigga is now, to
It balance you
that
out.
shit, there ain't no curse. Like I said, there ain't no curse. That shit is all a gift. To come down here and be young and to grow up in this shit my whole life, but to still have that energy and that you know what I'm saying?
That competitive.
My goddamn.
Yeah.
That's right.
I wanna fuck with it.
But now it's the flip side. Now like the radio is the stone age now. You got TikTok that break record now.
What you say?
TikTok.
TikTok,
All kinds of
Instagram. You know what I mean?
Trump seen it coming, right?
Yeah, he seen it coming.
Trump seen it coming, right?
But
Oh, I'm sure.
I can tell you plenty of songs I done found just off a clip on Instagram. I'm like, what's that song? And
Right.
I tap, boom, song right there.
Right.
Like it's different now. It's like they break the records now.
And they,
Radio
know,
don't break the
and
records.
they know that too. That's why they offer you money to
Yeah.
promote. I mean, they not offer you money. That's why they charge you money to promote certain shit. Like, okay, you want to get this posted more people? We gonna charge you this, and we gonna do this every day for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just not gonna let you share certain shit with certain profanity or slurs and all that kind of shit. I mean, but they know what time it is. That's why they try to capitalize off of it. And they go hand in hand. We need them, they need us. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the same shit happened for me, man, in reverse though. So like, you know, it's like he got put on to 8Ball MJG down here and they about to play that shit up in New York. I knew somebody from down south that was, I met in Philly, he was from Florida.
Right.
And he put me on the Sitting on Top of the World album.
Right.
He put me on
Hey,
the,
boy.
man, listen, bro. Man, he put me on to a lot of down south shit. You know what I mean? Then going out to Cali with some folks I know. And then putting me on the Sugar Free.
Who your top 5 South?
In the South,
South.
top 5? Shit, do I gotta take Scarface out again?
No.
Scarface.
No.
Appreciate
Yeah, right. Scarface, Outkast, the group's single.
You had to put a group in it.
You put a group.
Yeah, you put a group in it.
Yeah, Outkast, 8-Ball MJG, Scarface, UGK, and motherfucking, who else from the South? Man,
I'm
Rick
pro
Ross,
Junior.
man. Rick Ross. And the reason why I say Rick Ross is because it's been a long time since I ain't like some shit Rick Ross was rapping.
Think people be sleeping on Ross?
Yeah,
They sleep on Ross.
Yeah, they sleep on Ross.
yeah,
We talking about
man.
that. I don't think people.
They sleep on Ross.
And
They
listen,
sleep on Ross. I think people that
I think 'cause
that
it-
elite fans know Ross is that
nah,
nigga.
man, that nigga beats be crazy. And this is why I say
Like
Ross.
elite fans that just know like music, that just be sitting back. You feel what I'm saying?
This is why I say
They know Ross. Come on.
I'm saying this is why I say Ross.
That's like a nigga not saying like Nas.
But see, a nigga, I don't think when he say they don't know Ross, I'm just saying they don't know how wild it really is.
man.
They ain't just cracked the core of that shit. They just like, oh yeah, that shit live. Yeah, that shit live.
Man, listen.
Oh yeah, he the boss.
The first time,
They ain't just dug into that shit just to really know like he's really like.
the first time I
Like
heard
that.
that nigga Ross rap was that nigga's rap name was Teflon, and he was rapping on the EP on the Eric Sermon joint, and his name was like Teflon the Don or Teflon the Boss or some shit like that, and he was rapping, and that nigga sound just like he sound now, rapping though.
Right.
And then you get that first Ross album with Hustling on it, right? The catchy ass Hustling. But later in the album when that nigga doing that It's My Life shit, and that nigga talking about, I ain't rapping, I'm talking. I ain't talking, I'm scrapping. I ain't scrapping, I'm shooting. They just asked what happened. I ain't shooting, I'm shot. I ain't shot, then I'm shooting. I ain't caught by the cop. Fuck the cops on the move. Like, you know what I mean? That nigga rapping on that shit. Then
He babied them in. With the hustle.
then he got into it with 50, and he went at it with and they nobody never do that, because 50 was the big bad wolf. Then he got past that and just Teflon died. All the
Even,
classics.
Even 50 said it. 50's like Ross the only one that got him because he ain't pay attention to the end. He just started making hits.
Yeah.
Hit his
That
way
nigga was
of
rapping
life.
on special delivery, he was rapping
Yeah.
over motherfucking all kind of shit. And you like, god damn. And he was getting on songs. Listen, and he was getting on songs with the illest niggas. He was getting on songs with the illest niggas. Welcome in that shit. Like, Ross was getting on songs with Nas.
Yeah.
He was getting on songs with Hov.
Yeah.
When he did that Triple Beam Dream shit with Nas.
I mean, he was on all the Cali shit. Like, he
Yeah,
was saying shit up.
Nas opened up that
He
Triple
saying
Beam
shit up. Ross
Dream
was saying shit up. Ross
with
was
a
saying
classic
shit up.
verse.
Ross was saying shit up.
Ross ain't too many people I get. Ross ain't never got watched on the regular.
He ain't never got washed. And that's why I said Ross over T.I. Not because T.I. be getting washed, but because consistently, like how Ross put out those
So
albums.
who T.I. Who he need to go to?
Well, for a
He
verse.
he right now, Nick. Can't nobody fuck with you. Better sit your ass down. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
Man,
Ain't
T.I.
nobody fucking with
T.I. gotta go at it with Ross.
Yeah,
because 50 ain't.
the whole time. He ain't just talking out the goddamn.
Listen, T.I.
T.I.
Listen.
kick your ass.
Yeah,
How about
T.I.
this?
spanking
How
niggas.
about this? Right?
Yeah,
Just
T.I.
like-
is spanking.
Just like I was bumping 8-Ball and MJG sitting on top of the world, I was bumping trap music. Like when Brown be talking to me about that first T.I. album, like that's cool, but the trap music was the one for me. Like, you know what I mean? That next T.I. shit was the one. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the next one after that.
Yeah, that next
He
little
like-
line T.I.
T.I. one of the few artists that just had the hardest fucking first 3 albums, like hell.
Man, 3 or 4. When me and Boo was talking about that shit.
Like
'Cause
them first
Yeah,
3.
T.I.
Yeah, he was going in.
Yeah, T.I.
First
was
three.
bullshit.
Man, that,
Yeah,
that
T.I. was bullshit.
what you had? What was T.I. first shit?
I'm
serious.
I'm serious.
Trap
Music,
music.
Urban Legend.
Urban Legend.
And
That's
the
a
one, but
that's
the
a
one
three-peat.
after, but the one
That's
after
a
that,
three-peat.
T.I. versus T.I.B.
Come on,
No,
King.
King. I'm the king. Hey.
Yeah, he really fought.
And that shit came out with that movie too. You got the fourth.
He really need to go
ATL.
against Wayne. He really need to go
That
against
shit
Wayne.
came out with the movie, and then
Nah,
he
he
came
didn't
out
go
with the
against
T.I.
Wayne,
versus
man.
T.I.P. shit that wasn't no slouch.
That shit just wasn't pathetic. Like, yeah, that shit wasn't
It
just
wasn't no slouch.
T.I. versus T.I.B.
But after that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Yeah, nigga, Ross came out and Ross got like 10 or 11 Jones. And he could put any of them Jones in
Who's some young cats out of Philly? Some
a lot of
underground cats you been fucking with out there.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Hollow Man been dropping the hottest verses out of Philly that I've been hearing lately.
Yeah, Hollow Man.
You know what I mean? I think this shit is Philly Gold on Instagram, man. Hollow Man, you remember H-Man from back in the day when he battled Ness?
Yeah.
It was Hollow Man versus E Ness. Hollow Man been dropping the hardest verses in Philly from what I've been hearing lately. And then you got a dude named Leaf Ward that a lot of people fuck with. You got man, there's a lot of rappers, man. Niggas rap. Niggas rap in Philly.
I
Like,
fuck with
everybody rap.
I fuck with K-Walk.
Right.
I fuck with K-Walk.
Right.
He battle too, but he do music too.
Yeah. You know. And before Dark Low got jammed up his last time, I fuck with Dark Low. Dark Low music was hard.
So let me ask you something. Like,
Yeah, I fuck with Dark Low too.
You know what I'm saying?
what that was like when y'all first, both of y'all went in the booth when y'all first recorded something, like
Man.
what y'all sound like give it to me, like what was this like
You know what I'm saying?
The first song was the first song.
Legendary Time.
Legendary Time. That's the first song we ever recorded.
And some story shit we ain't never finished.
Yeah.
To this day, I still remember the CT God. Love that story shit.
Right.
Can I talk to you
Man,
or some shit?
That shit, Legendary Times was man, that nigga pulled up on me. That's the first beat he played for me, and I was like, yeah, we going there and fuck with that shit.
Relax.
When we was in that studio fucking with that shit, like that shit was different to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the studio with all kinds of niggas, just, you know what I'm saying? But that shit just, especially the first song for us to ever do, it ain't had no hook. It was just, you know what I'm saying?
I pulled up on that nigga at the crib and was like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I got some beats from my man. These is the 2 beats. Boom. And he like, I wrote that shit, pulled up to the studio, laid that shit.
I'm saying, how you come across Brown?
So I did the High Off Life freestyle
Right.
with Z Rich and Mike Six. Shout out to High Off Life. And Brown did the High Off Life freestyle. But so once they dropped my shit and my shit got to going, you know, I started, you know, looking at the people they was dropping afterwards. I came across his joint, and I called Rich up. I said, yo, you know, whoever this dude is rapping to the Stretch and Bobbito shit is smoking that shit. He like, oh, that's my man Big Brown. Yeah, he from Alabama. I said, yo, man, you gotta link me with that nigga, bro. That nigga crazy. He like, all right, cool, but you know how that shit be. So then, you know what I mean? I think I might have said it to him again when I seen him. And then Rich called me up and was like, yo, we going back to the High Off Life office and doing this other A3C,
Yeah, that's A3C.
A3C Cypher shit. He was like, pull up. So I pulled up. And he was there. And I said, yo, you Big Brown? Yeah, yo, bro. I fuck with your shit, man. We gotta link up, man. I seen you on the joint. All right, cool. And then we was chopping it up that day. And I was like, man, I'm trying to go see Dipset. And he was like, man, I'm going over there too and shit. And I think we headed that way. You know what I mean? And then dipped off.
And that shit had got wild.
Yeah.
That shit
That was Dipset and Lil Wayne night.
Yeah, that shit had ended in goddamn
Treachery.
Treachery. Niggas was running up out that bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I had the
Niggas running up out
motherfucking
that
Vapor Max
shit.
on. My people were hurting like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he probably almost broke his ankle when he was doing it. But yeah, so then, you know what I mean, I just kind of followed up a couple times and then finally, you know, linked up, man. And that first session, man, that shit really was, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't fuck with, like, people saying on when we was at the DJ conference, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do features and I fuck with folks, you know what I'm saying? But just like, I really just be on my own shit for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Unless there's a bag involved. But when I got in the studio with them, I ain't even gonna lie, like, that shit was all cool, but when we got in the studio and recorded that shit just gave me a different vibe. That shit, like, that shit really just pushed me, because, you know, sometimes I don't be studying that shit. Not to say I don't be studying that shit, but, you know, you doing that shit for so long, certain shit, you gotta find that drive. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, like, shout out to Naughty and BJ, like, when they dropped they shit like back, that shit pushed me. I can't even cap like certain shit. Like man, I'm a competitive nigga, so when I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, that shit ain't just what that sparked me like, but just fucking with Doe, knowing that get in there with Doe and knowing that Doe is a nigga like me. He ain't like, you know what I'm saying, trying to smoke some shit. He's live. He got down. And yeah,
I told you that to be agreed though. I like when I first seen you announce like a group, I was like, you gotta be like that. Cause I ain't never seen you linked to nobody in a group.
Right.
So when I seen like, oh, they a group, I was like, oh yeah, you gotta be like that. Got
That nigga definitely like that. Hey man, if y'all niggas somewhere snooze that, man, look up Doughboy Philly, man. Go check that shit out, man.
Check out Dope.
Hey man, nah, for real. Like this too much dope shit is wild and this shit dropping next month. That's for shit show. But if you don't know that Doughboy Philly is kicking ass, yeah, that shit is on. Y'all look that shit up.
And likewise, man,
For
cause
sure.
you know, since I was down, I moved to Atlanta, man, and I ain't really been connected with no rappers like that or no trying to be, but you know what I mean? When I said, yo, man, I got an idea for this group, man. This shit'd be crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, you know y'all got something special. Okay, every time y'all do a freestyle, it go viral.
Man,
Everyone it go viral.
That's a fact.
Every time somebody hit me, like, you know, they said, that nigga Brown be rapping. I said, y'all niggas forgot.
Right.
wow, man, and that should be pilling my cat. That should be real shit, man.
They go viral.
You said like one of the questions to the ticket giveaway, like how long you been rapping? I mean, I know. You know, I know.
Yeah, goddamn.
You been rapping since 8, like.
Yeah, I've been rapping since I was like 8, for real. Like,
Give them a walkthrough
Like-
that
like
type
really
of
like-
like.
man, I was, my cousin, I got an older cousin, my older brothers and sisters, they had a group called Grand Groove back in the Gap. And, man, we had like a little
You couldn't
spin-off
tell me
group.
shit.
We had a little spin-off group, and it was
Tell
goddamn
me
me
shit.
and this guy. And
Yo, you couldn't
that
tell
shit
me
was
shit.
called Little Groove. It was Grand Groove. We was Little Groove. I was like 8 years old. And
He used to be spooked.
I used to be spooky,
He used to be
man. We
spooked.
used to do shows and shit.
He used to be scared. He used to be spooked.
Man, I used to be spooky as fuck, man.
We used to pray before, you know, we used to say a prayer before we go out there.
Man,
And he used to be,
that shit was real. That's how, but all
I
that
just
shit.
tell him, just rap. I got everything else.
Man, let me tell you what's so funny.
I was out that whole like Bobby Shmurda.
Birthday.
Oh, that's,
Out that whole like Big Boogie.
hey,
Big Boogie. I got this.
hey, one thing about that shit-
Execute. You got this. Out the gate.
all that shit is the reason that a nigga get up that hard and kick ass right now. Cause I let me tell you something. I'd have been behind them curtains with some niggas finna get on that stage and they got yeah, alright. Them niggas boot shaking. They back that bitch like, they look back, I'll never forget, man. I seen a nigga back there, man. Relic was on stage. Man, they bullshit on stage. Relic got that bitch rocking.
Rocket.
Oh yeah, that's
Shout out to
I
Rex,
see a nigga back
Jay
there, man.
Simon.
One of the open acts, that nigga looked to see that shit and said, man, I don't know. I said, yo, what you don't know? Who said that?
Too late.
We ain't on all that. We ain't on all that. We ain't on all that.
Boy, he said, man, I don't know.
This it. This
What is
shit.
going on here?
Oh yeah. This shit is showtime.
It's showtime,
Oh
baby.
yeah. You
It's
can't
showtime.
You came too far to be talking about goddamn. Hey man, shit, Jack. This it. Oh, you get your ass up there.
It's up and it's stuck wasn't a thing at the time.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Yes. Alright. Yeah, I'm
Damn.
glad I
Oh,
went through what I
shit.
went through. Shit, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Did the
spooked
nigga
at
ever
8.
go- Did the nigga ever go on stage?
Well, for real,
He
man.
went up there.
He went up there?
He went up there.
Did he kill it?
Man, he would kill one now. Like, that's what the experience.
No,
like,
he's talking about Buddy that was shaking in his boots. Then he killed him.
Oh,
He was straight.
Oh, all right.
man.
Made it through.
He better do it.
Oh, you seen the nigga too?
No, I ain't see it.
Oh, I'm about to say.
He seen he only
You gotta
see
see
it, but he
It's
seen
showtime out that hole. When you step out that bitch,
Oh yeah, shit is goddamn.
Man,
man, it's
listen, bro.
showtime, man. I remember that. Like, like back in the day, like we remember we did that shit at the school?
Man,
We was at high school.
Man, I'm 8 years old before I'm at a high school. Man.
He was like,
This is something for the youngsters, the youngsters.
We got private so, some shit like that.
remember that shit,
But I'm
guy?
gonna tell you some real shit. The shit
Blazing that bitch.
Let me tell you something. Money going like grass.
Mashud down. Shout out to Mashud. I don't know where Mashud is. Shout out to Mashud. He's them killing that shit.
Man, let me tell you something.
Nigga pulling up in limos.
Nigga pants might have been so big.
Big hammer. Go hammer pants.
Oh yeah, they got some big motherfuckers, man. Big
Yeah.
motherfuckers. One thing about that shit.
But what made you like when you moved down here? What made you like? I'm gonna keep like, cause I remember you like, man, I just wrote some shit. And I was like, man, get the fuck out, man.
Man, for one thing, that school shit, rapping at school, that shit got down. At the time, that shit got down. I was heavy on that shit. When I ain't gonna never forget, I seen like, when I seen a real CD or somebody like, like not no goddamn, I ain't never seen this nigga. This ain't no Ghetto Boy CD, this ain't no Ice Cube CD. This is a nigga I seen last week. This
Right.
nigga's across, this nigga might be sitting right here.
Right.
Like St. Louis, and goddamn, Too Tight. Man, cuz that shit was really B.I.
DMP Records, Too
DMP,
Tight,
St.
St. Louis.
Man, listen. Shouts out to Ryan K. God, man. Eastside Bernard. Man, them folks
That was a
had
whole
that
unit.
shit going. That shit had me believing. That
Real
shit,
motion.
Yeah, that shit ain't
Real
just no like,
motion.
oh, this shit ain't just no rapping at no damn cafeteria. This shit be real. Like, you can really put some shit out. Like, gotta have your little change together. But yeah, the shit can get done. And once I got down, was able to get my little motion, and shout out to Nick. I know that my brother NA Entertainment. We got down and just went for that shit. We just went for that shit. He had a little change to goddamn. I used to want to create the shit that I listened to, like you know, I was heavy on Clue tapes and shit like that. So we came down here, we goddamn wanted to do goddamn what you did, the MOB's finest.
Yeah.
He had everybody on that.
Had the whole hood on that
Man,
bitch.
he had everybody on that.
Everybody on there talking crazy.
We had Face on that bitch. We had Paper Boys on that bitch. He was on that bitch. You was on that bitch. Baby J, Young Rollers. And that's a classic.
God damn, where is that? Where is that, baby? Oh, shit, baby. God damn.
I bet a nigga like Steen got it. I bet Steen got it.
Shout out to Steam, man. We
Steen
need
got
that.
everything.
Steam, we need that, man. We need that.
Yeah, that's the same. Shoot, that's the same thing with right now with Blue.
Right?
Blue giving people hope around here that it can happen.
Yeah, that's that, man. That's the shit. You see that
With the
shit?
Rich Boy, how that pop off? Like the Rich Boy, when Rich Boy, like,
I met Rich through Nick at Night. Like I was trying to, I was trying to get money of music on through Nick at Night. Like I just had a little plug with him. He was an intern. Dirty E, recipe Dirty E. He was an intern there, so I used to try to get my money from Nick. I built a little relationship with Nick, and I used to bring Nick my music, and Nick used to be like, man, that shit sound like one verse, man. He was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, you can rap, little bro, but man, this shit sound like one long ass verse. Like I don't even know where to hook at on this shit. I'm just on that bitch. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you. He's like, see, listen to this shit. And what he played was Play Rich. He played why you hating on me? Because I'm cold as I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? But once he's with the playing that shit on the radio, and I think Interscope came and got him.
yeah.
But I had already met him like through the radio station, like through Nigga Night, fucking all around with Nigga Night. So
Shouts out, Nick.
shout out to Nick. So when he got on, when he was in the city, he used to come record.
Hold on, 1 minute. That DJ Nick at Night, when we said Nick at Night, it's been a lot of talking about artists, the DJs, no. Shouts out to Nick at Night, man. Nick at Night always made sure when he get his hands on heat, and these artists that's not signed,
Peace of the legend.
These artists do not be signed. He was spinning these artists. He was spinning, Nick and Knight, he was spinning these
Nick
artists.
and Knight didn't get paid to play Rich records. He heard
Yeah.
Rich records. Man, Rich produced the record. Rich wasn't even trying to rap for it. He was trying to
You
produce.
make beats first.
Yeah, he was making beats.
He'll play you,
But Nick-
Spain, like he'll
But
do
Nick found the song. I can't remember where he found the song from, but yeah, he just fucked with it. He used to play that record like a motherfucker, and that shit popped for Rich.
that shit popped off.
That shit popped off.
Also,
Motherfucker.
a lot of people don't know Nick was like one of the reasons Jesus pop.
So what popped for Rich and then what? He reached out to you? I'm sitting there asking questions and shit like,
Nah,
like, you know what I mean? That's the rest of the story, nigga.
Bro, goddamn, was recorded, coming to NA Entertainment. That's
Right,
the studio me and Nick had. And just come there and record, and from there we just goddamn build it. He'll let me jump on some shit. He'll give me some beats, and then as his goddamn, as his stock rolls and shit, he was hitting the road, and goddamn, he was going with him.
Y'all was in Germany with them, right?
I ain't go to Germany. I
You
was
go to
on
Germany? Oh.
paper, but I ain't go. But yeah, shit. Nick went. They went. That shit was live. Look, I seen the picture. I was hurt. But yeah,
Yeah, I ain't got some.
that
I ain't
shit
got
was-
some of the pictures.
That shit was.
They
but
floating
yeah,
in the system somewhere.
So yeah, I used
Shout
to
out to Final Corrections. They saw out there somewhere. Good.
Yeah, hitting that road with Rich and goddamn, he just bonding and fucking off of records and shit. And, I was with him when he recorded. I was with him when he recorded all that shit.
You was on the gangster grid.
I was on the gangster grid. Let me tell you about
Like
that
you was
shit.
on the, you and him was, y'all did a
y'all
gangster
on
grid.
Yeah, you on gangster grid.
Y'all did a gangster grid.
That was gangster grid. was like
Let me tell you how crazy that was.
Y'all did a gangster grid.
That's a fact. Let me tell you how crazy that song was.
Y'all did a gangster grid.
back when gangster grid was
I just want you
bang.
to embrace that. Like,
Right.
cause everybody niggas wanted gangster grills.
That's a fact.
Like labels was calling drama up like, yo, we need this, we need a gangster grill.
Man, let
we
me tell you
need-
how that shit how that shit came about.
How that popped off.
The song is a radio introduction. Like it was Dirty E radio introduction. The verse and the beat and everything. It was I rapped it. That was Dirty E radio intro. And Rich heard that shit on the radio. And that nigga came in there and said, "Hey man, I heard this song that you got on the radio." And he was like rapping it or saying. I'm like, man, that's motherfucker got Dirty E intro. He's like, man, we gotta redo that shit and put that shit on the radio. I'm like, man, you serious? Man, we can do all kinds of shit. He's like, nah. That shit right there. We redid that shit right there. That nigga submitted that shit. That was the project was like down and done. It was like you submitted that song and there was another one of the songs and man, that shit made that shit. I was blown as fuck. I was blown as fuck.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. My name
Man,
got shot
yeah,
down
that's
for
what
that.
I tell you, it was a goddamn. It was an intro. It was Dirty radio intro, and man,
That was, hey, man.
I put that shit on.
I did a
that
few
shit.
more years off that shit. Keep it funky.
Right, man. Shout out to Dirty E, man. I can't,
Shout out to
I can't
Dirty E,
stress
man.
that. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
My brother.
For real,
Rest in
man.
peace,
Shout out to
E.
Dirty. Rest in peace, man. Real. But
That's love, man. That's love that even, you know what I'm saying, that the artist that was coming up came back and reached out like
Right,
that. and
right,
said,
right.
That's love, because a lot of artists don't do that, man. They get that feeling in them like, oh man, shit, I'm barely in, I'm out of here. But
Right.
I think they do though.
you think so?
I think we just be
We
stop
want
looking
some
so
more
much.
shit. We want
Stop
more.
looking so much at the ones that don't, and pay attention. If he was, they actually do.
Word.
You dig what I'm saying? They might not do it in a flashy way.
Right.
They might not do it like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The next nigga might not be a rapper.
That's a fact. He might pull over the cameraman.
This
That's a
nigga
fact.
might be, you feel what I'm saying? Right, cameraman, you feel what I'm saying? You never know. Like, is what we be expecting.
But also like people trying to expect nothing and don't do nothing. He gonna pull the ones that got motion though.
Man, shouts out to Rich on that, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, that's,
Gotta pull, you gotta
Yeah,
pull
Rich
somebody.
was fucking with a lot of niggas from the city. Rich got
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Man, Dad used to be on the road with us as well. Man, Dad used to like hype man some of the
Rest
shows.
in peace, Dad.
Rest in
Right.
peace, Dad. Yeah, Dad came from that shit as well. He was, man, we both under that shit.
Right.
I think we was at the DJ show. Big Gator is behind Chug Love. That's his folks, ain't it?
I think so.
Chug, I think
Yeah,
it's
Chug Love. I think it's
Man, shout out to Chug Love, man.
Shout out to Chug Love.
Alright, I'm gonna put down that shit. That shit got there. The fat niggas on the shit, we kill that shit, man. That nigga Chug Love like that. But Big Gator is his folks though. Yeah, we was all on that D-Boy squad shit. That's
Yeah.
what the
Also,
D-Boy
too,
squad.
since you said that, my own little Scapio group.
I don't understand.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a fact.
Scapio. He was part of the D-Boy squad too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But he was reaching out to, it was a little group he had from this city though. It was D-Boy squad. He was pulling them up. Rich helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
Helped a lot
Yeah,
of people.
man. Like, you know, OP out here getting busy, man. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody want to recognize the producer.
Gotta recognize the producer.
I'm like, nobody wants to do that. You feel what I'm saying? You got the producer.
The GOAT, like.
Go, you know. Man, shouts out to AC. He got AC over here.
Like, when I first heard this shit, man, I felt like I was in the long 66 caddy or something. I felt like Pimp C was gonna come back alive or something and be like, oh, bitch, you know I'm living life. Everything I'm spilling like money, power, respect. Yeah, nigga, what you need in life? Eating right, little cuz on the way home. Yeah, nigga, they gon' free the tight. Your dogs might turn on you, you don't feed them right. The freedom fight, they seen the light and know you like the back of their hand. Slid the votes to you, told them you was trafficking bags. A dirty game, a dirty world, huh? We beat up the curb, watch who you serve, cause indictments, that's that nerve, huh? This shit sound like chrome spinning. Bitch, go ahead, mind your business. Worry about what she doing. You don't take care of your children. Fucked her on the floor. Off a pill, my knees have no feeling. Yeah, we ride like Wayne takes. Do the drop with no ceiling. Hold up. Really living, I mean really having. It's cinematic. What room? Shawty gon' eat me up. Sliding through traffic too much. Might break the scale cause they don't weigh enough. Of course I had stopped sipping. Pour the deuce cause this for player one. R.I.P. player one. R.I.P. Mark. Free tight. R.I.P. CeeLo. Punchline. Too much dope shit. Cinematic. Straight like that. Bet they be sick when I touch 50 million. I mean stomach pains and the illest feelings. All the bitches that thought I hit my ceiling. It touched my soul to serve these letters on plates and to watch them eat they words. One day this verse gon' cost like 50 birds. I'm just like potholes in the city, swerve. Stay out the way and far away from lame and goofy niggas. No time to play, I just can't tolerate no sucker acts. No time of day, them people sitting right outside that crib. Your mama stay, don't want no troubles, they just reassured. NWA, man, I done smoked so much weed this morning, I'm drawn. Oh, they ain't know I was gon' win, but look how niggas bounce back. They out here playing on the gram, talking about where the cloud at. I drink a pint of Henny straight, I can't see where I'm mouth at. I just met you the other day, I don't know where my house at. I get money with who I trust, so I ain't gotta count that. You be talking the biggest talk, and you ain't even about that at all. Salute to all the real niggas that stayed down with who you was down with, you know what I'm saying? Southwest Philly shit, man, Philly shit, 55th Street, you know what I mean? BAU. You know what I'm saying?